You think Mongo came along 5 years too late. He was almost 40 when this match happened, and back then, 40 was still considered ancient. He's right. Back then, we looked at 40 a lot different than we do now. When you look at a lot of the superstars, AJ Styles, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, all these, Randy Orton, all these guys, 46, 47, 48 years old. But back then, everybody viewed 40 like, ugh, that's old for the business.
No, the answer is Mongo met his destiny. It's called the Chicago Bears. He wasn't supposed to be in our business. It was almost just like Happed and Super Science or whatever that saying is.
So it was a nice way for him he had a great football career, and then he got this opportunity to have a nice little follow-up wrestling career.
Yep, and there's no thinking anything about what could have been or should have been. It all laid out. God laid it out for Mongo and said,
Love it.
Here you go. Not only are you the scariest guy on earth with a football helmet on, you're going to have some fun with this wrestling gig too.
Got it. Love it. Darth Payne, who I just talked about, he says Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow veterans. Question is it just me, but was Mongo really underrated as a horseman? He was a legit tough guy, and I thought he was excellent on the microphone.
It's very good on the microphone because he believed it, and he made you believe it. That's for sure. There was no playing wrestler for Mongo. Anybody in that locker room, if they would have challenged Mongo behind closed doors, I don't know anybody that would have fared very well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's called shoot fighting right there. Mediocre Warrior says, I think if Mongo came out in the 80s, he might have been a decent draw for Crockett. So what do you think about that? The Crockett thought, him in the 80s as a wrestler.
I can't see Mongo as far as what his calling was or his shine being anything other than football. Some guys pass through our business just like Mongo did, and Kevin Green, and a few other guys, and they're there for a cup of coffee and they get to live a childhood dream, and then they move back on to whatever it is they were doing. And, he was always very respectful of the business, very respectful of the boys because, hey, he was in those trenches fighting every Sunday. So, he knew about what it took to be a badass, and he was.
Yeah, for sure. Ryan Nodal chimes in. Ryan, always good to see you here. He says, congratulations to Tully Blanchard on his engagement. He announced it today on social media. Tully is engaged, Arn. So big congratulations to Tully.
Congratulations, Woody.
We'll get to see him. We'll get to see him in Winston-Salem too.
Yeah. Yeah, he's bringing. Yeah, I think he's bringing the future missus.
I don't know. I know they have like the ticket package. You can get a picture with him and Tessa, or you can get a picture with him. But I don't know that he's bringing her. But we'll get to see him and connect with him there. But yeah, really very excited. I shot him a text earlier today, and very cool to see him. On the second half of life here, find someone that he's very happy with, and have an engage. Be engaged again.
Congratulations, Tully. I hope you're happy for another 50 years, my man.
There you go. Ryan Nodal, he's letting us know he's riding high watching his Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills. Man, anything can happen in division games, that's for sure. And he lets me know that he'll see the Steelers December 15th from Monday Night Football. But he could be riding high again, because who knows what version of the Steelers will decide to show up that week.
Who are they playing?
So they crushed the Bills this past Sunday, but they're going to play my Steelers on December the 15th. That's what he's talking about. So we'll see.
Okay.
I don't get cocky with that stuff. Daisy Mama, hope you're well. Arn and Paul, excited for another show. It's 32 degrees in West Virginia tonight.
I bet there's some wind whipping up through the mountains too, buddy.
I can only imagine. CG says, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone had a great couple weeks and enjoying this nice cold weather. We've even had some snow showers this morning. I saw at 4 a.m. CG, it feels like it's happening kind of all across the country. Darren Staley says, I am here. Those are the 3 words that he wanted to drop on us. So we appreciate you being here, Darren. He has a super chat for us, which I'm getting to.
Thanks for being here, Darren. You're always welcome.
Yeah, buddy. We love it when you're here. Scotty Reed says, I'm late, but I'm here. Hey, guys, a little rough around here. Hours are getting cut. Christmas is coming up. The only thing good right now for me is my birthday's coming up on the 18th. Scotty, happy birthday, early birthday, man. And sorry to hear that about hours getting cut around this time of year. That's brutal.
The only thing I don't really like, is I don't like it getting dark so early. 5:30, it's dark.
But sometimes, leaving the office, it's already dark outside. I'm like, there's no, what are we doing? It's, I'm with you. I don't like it either.
We're stuck with it because we can't control the weather.
No, we can't. Here's the super chat. We're throwing it on the screen. Darren Staley, 2 Charlotte-specific questions before wrestling talk. Does Arn remember the Capri Theater on Independence? And did he ever frequent the Pterodactyl Club? I know this is more of an Ask Arn question, but I'm just curious.
Well, I don't even know what those are. So that must have been just prior to me.
What are you talking about, Darren? What you talking about, Darren Staley?
Capri Theater. I don't know where that is.
Okay.
And
the Pterodactyl Club.
That looks like a place that if you don't have a handgun, they'll give you one at the door.
Oh, man. That's so fun. He probably didn't even mean to have fun, but it just is. It's just your response is hilarious. So sorry, Darren. Let's go over to the wrestling questions now for you. But thank you for the super chat, my man.
Appreciate it. Wish I could have accommodated you.
Mediocre Warrior, when he heard the news that I was going to see you in Winston-Salem, says, poor Arn. He just can't get away from Paul. And he says, I'll give Arn $100 if he'll just give Paul a DDT once.
Do you guys realize that Paul's 6'8"?
Stop.
He's way too long to Spinebuster.
Oh, man.
He's not made for it.
Listen, in your day, we saw you Spinebuster Vader, okay? So
he wasn't 6'8".
Oh, he was much
6'5".
He was much bigger. So you guys are entertaining yourselves. Do we even need to get into June 1996?
No, save it.
I'm kidding. We'll get into it. You guys are hilarious. I love the questions and good stuff. Keep them coming, especially the super chats. And we really appreciate that. That all goes to the man, Arn Anderson. Let's get into this month. You ready to talk a little bit about some wrestling from June of 1996? Because Nitro was red hot, my friend.
Yep.
All right.
Wait on in there.
All right. Well, here we go. Because June 3rd, 1996, last time we wrapped up, we were talking about 2 major things. First of all, it was Mongo and Kevin Green. They had challenged you and Ric Flair to a tag match at the pay-per-view. And Scott Hall was the other big news that month. And his shocking walking down the aisle, walking into Nitro, and everybody's kind of frozen like, what is happening here? But we know we're all excited and can't wait to see what's next. So that's where we're at. That's where we left off the last time we were together and doing the monthly series. Now, here we are. It's June 3rd, 1996, and we're live from Asheville. Lee Marshall is going to narrate some footage from Mongo and Kevin Green training, as only he could do. It was great. You see what I did there, Lee Marshall?
Very good.
Okay.
Not bad.